Hello students, welcome back to Shreya's classroom. In my videos, you will get line by line explanation of all the poems and stories from classes 9 to 12. So we were reading a story from the book Beehive from class 9, Packing. Okay, and part 1 and part 2 are already done, and their links will be provided in the description box. So today we will complete the story. So let's move on to the text now. Okay. So till now we have seen that George and Harris, they were packing. They were in charge of packing and they were creating maize simultaneously. Okay. George put a piece of butter on a chair and Harris by mistake sat on that. Okay. And then they two were looking for that piece of butter all over the room. I will take my oath, I put it down on that chair, said George, staring at the empty seat. So George is saying that, I swear, I put the piece of butter on this chair, on that chair. So how can it get disappeared all of a sudden? I saw you do it myself, not a minute ago, said Harris. So Harris is assuring like George that don't worry my friend, I side with you. I am with you because I myself have seen doing this just few minutes ago. Okay. Then they started round the room again looking for it, and then they met again in the center and stared at one another. So then they two were, they were making a thorough search all over the room for that piece of butter. But they found that nowhere. Okay, and then they two were staring at each other, looking at each other in a quite surprised way. That how can a piece of butter get disappeared all of a sudden? Most extraordinary thing I have ever heard of, said George. So mysterious, said Harris. So according to them, it's quite mysterious. It's shrouded with mystery. Then George got round at the back of Harris and saw it. So finally George took a note of Harris's back and he found that the piece of butter was sticking to Harris's back. Okay. So finally that piece of butter was discovered. Why? Here it is all the time, he exclaimed indignantly. Indignantly means with anger. Okay. Where? Cried Harris, spinning round. So Harris was spinning round this way. That where did you find that piece of butter? Stand still, can't you? Roared George, flying after him. So then George was shouting after him that, please stand still, don't move. And they got it off and packed it in the teapot. So finally they removed the butter and packed that in a teapot. Okay. Montmorency was in it all, of course. Montmorency's ambition in life is to get in the way and be sworn at. So Montmorency was their dog. And he was quite mischievous by nature. He was not like calm, quiet and submissive kind of. And his ambition in life was to interfere in everything. To make his way into everything and create mess everywhere. Okay, and then getting scolded by people. If he can squirm in anywhere where he particularly is not wanted and be a perfect nuisance and make people mad and have things thrown at his head, then he feels his day has not been wasted. So see, Montmorency is always found where he is not wanted. Okay, and then he creates mess there and makes people, mad with anger. He irritates people to such extent that they become mad with anger. Okay, and then out of anger they throw things at Montmorency's head. And if these things happen, then Montmorency feels that, okay, today I have a very successful day. I have spent quite a good day. Okay. To get somebody to stumble over him and curse him steadily for an hour is the highest aim and object, and when he has succeeded in accomplishing this, his conceit becomes quite unbearable. So Montmorency's aim in life is to, he wants people to stumble over him. Means to get into trouble due to him. Okay, he wants to create trouble into others' life. Okay, and if then he curses Montmorency for an hour, and then Montmorency feels that his task is accomplished. His task of annoying people, his task of irritating people is completed. It is accomplished. Okay, and then he feels very proud about himself. Conceit means pride in himself. Okay. He came and sat down on things just when they were wanted to be packed. So Montmorency comes and sit on the things just when they need to be packed. Okay. And he labored under the fixed belief that whenever Harris or George reached out their hand for anything, it was his cold, damp nose that they wanted. And he used to believe that, Montmorency used to believe that whenever Harris or George, they are reaching out for things, they are actually reaching out for his nose. Okay, for Montmorency's cold, damp nose, which they will bring forth for them. Okay. He put his leg into the jam and he worried the teaspoons, and he pretended that the lemons were rats and got into the hamper and killed 3 of them before Harris could land him with the frying pan. Okay, so he stepped into the jam container and then he shook the teaspoon. Okay, and then he was pretending as if the lemons were rats, and he tried to kill them. Okay, and he stopped until Harris hit him with a frying pan. Okay. Harris said, I encouraged him. I did not encourage him. So Harris is blaming the author that this all are happening just because of you, because you have always encouraged Montmorency. Okay. I did not encourage him. Author is saying that I did not encourage him. A dog like that doesn't want any encouragement. It's the natural original sin that is born in him that makes him do things like that. So the author is saying that I did not encourage him. He has naturally developed these habits. Okay, he is born with these mischiefs. He doesn't need any kind of encouragement from anyone. Okay. The packing was done at 12:50. Okay, so finally the packing was done at 12:50. And Harry sat on the big hamper and said he hoped nothing would be found broken. Okay, and then Harris sat on the hamper, on that basket. Okay, and then he was hoping that, he was saying that I hope nothing is broken inside. Okay. George said that if anything was broken, it was broken, which reflection seemed to comfort him. So then George was saying that I am least bothered about these things. If it is broken, then it's broken. Okay, I am not bothered about it. Okay, and this kind of reflection means thought. And this kind of thought was giving him comfort. Okay. He also said he was ready for bed. We were all ready for bed. Harris was to sleep with us that night, and we went upstairs. So then they all went for bed. Okay. We tossed for beds and Harris had to sleep with me. Okay, so then they were tossing for beds. And finally it was decided that Harris will sleep with the author. He said, do you prefer the inside or the outside? J means Jerome. Okay, so Harris was asking the author that what do you prefer? You prefer to sleep inside or the outside of the bed? Okay. I said, I generally prefer to sleep inside a bed. So then the author replied that he preferred to sleep inside a bed. Harry said it was odd and that seemed quite strange to Harris. Okay. George said, "What time shall I wake you fellows?" So then George asked them that, "When should I wake you up?" Harry said 7. I said no, 6, because I wanted to write some letters. Harris and I had a bit of row over it, but at last split the difference and said 6:30. Wake us at 6:30, George, we said. So Harris and the author had a discussion on time and finally they settled on 6:30. Okay. George made no answer and we found on going over that he had been asleep for some time. So then George did not respond and they thought George was asleep. Okay. So we placed the bath where he could tumble into it on getting out in the morning and went to bed ourselves. So then they made a mischief with George. What did they do? They placed a bathtub next to George's bed, so that he would fall into it when he would get up in the next morning. Okay, and then they went to sleep. Harris and the author, they went to sleep. Okay, so this is the end of the story. This is how the story ends, and we can say it is quite entertaining. The story is quite entertaining for us because it is full of funny elements. Okay. So, if you enjoy my video, if you are enjoying my videos, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you.